Fucking shit. Okay, so it's time to read more of this fucking. Okay. Chapter 11. The Lord has come. There I was alone, with Satan in the underworld. We both just stood and looked at each other for a bit before Satan finally said, "Huh, you didn't go through my portal like the rest." "No, I guess not," I replied. "Well, let's get to the bottom of this," Satan said with a smile and his finger up. "All right," I replied in the most monotone way I could. Then Satan and I tried to figure out what was wrong with me. Finally, after 2 hours, Satan finally pulled his face out of the ass J.K. book he was reading and said, "Aha, I got it now." "Oh, nice, what did you find?" I replied. "You're the next Satan," he said. What, really?" I said back. "Yes, you are the one to rule the underworld. You should have all my powers," he said back. "Wow, that's cool, I didn't expect that," I said. "Do I have the right to take over now, though? I kinda want to get out of here. I don't really want a throne right now anyway," I said. Sure, you should be able to open a portal and let yourself out," Satan then said. "How do I do that?" I replied. "You just have to think of the portal and where you want to go, and you should be able to make one." So just like that, Homer had once done. I tried and managed to open a portal below my feet for me to fall through. This brought me back to the Ram refugee camp. "Anon, you're back," Homer said as I came through the portal. "Yep, I'm back, Homer. Turns out I'm also a wizard, and I am one day destined to rule the underworld." "Really, Anon? That's pretty cool," Homer said back. "Yeah, I guess we'll just have to wait to see where this goes. Anyway, who wants to go to Hawaii?" And then I opened the portal again to show off my powers and took us all to Hawaii. We were ready for our epic vacay. Vacay. To be continued in Hawaii. Chapter 11. The Lord has come. What the fuck? It just skips to chapter 12? What the fuck? Oh, here we go. Chapter 11. The Lord has come. Wait. Shouldn't it be 10? No, I'm still in 10. Wait a second. Chapter 9. Chapter 10. So chapter 10 is part 2. Okay, chapter 11. The Lord has come. Oh, no, wait. I already read this. Crap. Okay. So I read it backwards. Okay. I'm sorry. Chapter 10. Part 2. Once we all landed in the underworld, we dusted ourselves off and started heading out. As we walked, we noticed all the corpse-like beings walking around us, as well as all the furries and weeaboos. I did say this place was for terrible people after all, didn't I? After passing the 10th Barnes & Noble, we finally decided to take a break for a bit. "When are we going to meet Satan, Homer?" I asked. "I don't know, Anon. We should keep looking, I guess. His castle should be up ahead," Homer replied. As we all started heading towards the castle, something stopped us. It was a 20-foot-tall version of George Washington. He was wielding a large AR-15 with copies of Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 strapped all over it. He was also wearing sunglasses and a shirt that said, "I can't keep calm. I'm a gamer." "Jesus fuck," I screamed as I saw this towering beast. "How are we gonna beat this guy?" Just then, George was reading his AR-15. Okay. When SpongeBob started screaming in pain. "Coconut, I think Coconut Bob is coming out," SpongeBob yelled. He then readied his asshole. He readied his asshole by pointing towards the towering George Washington, and as soon after, Coconut Bob flew out of SpongeBob's anus so fast it literally went straight through George Washington's head, leaving a 4-foot-wide hole in it. That makes no sense, whatever. However, right before Coconut Bob shot out, a man in black hood started jumping out from the shadows. As the man was jumping out, he reached for a ball on his waist, but he quickly stopped as soon as Coconut Bob killed George Washington. The man landed in front of us, facing George Washington. "Hey, I know you," I said. The hooded man then turned around and said, No, I don't think you do, sir." Okay." His voice was high-pitched. Oh, no, wait. Let me read that again.
No, I don't think you do, sir. Okay.
His voice was high-pitched and had a bit of a nervous whine to it, not exactly the voice I was expecting from him. But that's besides the point. Just then, the hooded man crouched down and jumped up into the air so high we didn't ever see him come back down. He must have went somewhere else. What a true lad. What an epic lad. What a true lad. We continued heading towards Satan's castle, now that George Washington was out of the way and SpongeBob was able to retrieve Coconut Bob. I'm sure him and Fred will be very happy parents right now. We gotta continue. Oh, but right now we gotta continue on. Once we finally reached the big doors of the castle, some skeleton guards attempted to stop us. Hey, what's your business here? One of the guards said. We just want to talk to Satan for a bit, Homer replied. Oh, okay. Continue on then. Just know that you should have a very easy time talking to him, as he is very nice and no way and in no way shows signs of containing prejudice or classism. He's a very progressive man, the skeleton replied back. As we walked in and approached Satan's big throne, I stood at the front. He then got down from the throne and stood in front of us. Hello, new friends. It is I, Satan, he said. Hey, I know you, he said to me. You're the fellow that told me about marriage, the one who said it was invented by the Jews. So the dreams were real, huh? Anyway, I then said, yeah, that was me, my friend Homer here. Since I can come here in my dreams, that it means I have a curse that you have to remove or something. Oh, well, of course, my friend. Oh, well, of course I can, friend. I would do anything for anyone. I'm a really nice guy, Satan responded. Then bent down and tried to remove the curse from me, but he couldn't. Fuck. I don't think you have any curse, Satan said. What do you mean? But he has visions of coming here, replied the Homer. Yes, I'm aware. But I don't think those visions are from a curse. I think they're from a blessing. You might one day be capable of great powers, perhaps power strong enough to defeat even me, Satan said back. Now, any normal ruler, when realizing this, would have you killed right now, but not me. I'm far too nice, kind, and caring to kill anyone. I'm also not at all racist or sexist. However, I do suggest you head back to where you came from, and take this new information I've just granted to you to heart, Satan continued. He then snapped his fingers and a portal sent everyone back to the Ram refugee camp, except me, to be continued. It was time for... Chapter 12, Hawaiian Vacation. Hawaii. Fuck you. It was time for an epic Hawaiian vacation. Once we got there, the cowboys instantly started slaughtering the natives because they weren't white. And they did keep some of the women around. I didn't even know the cowboys liked women as well, but whatever. They can do whatever they want. It's their vacation. One of the cowboys decided to hang one of the Hawaiians up like Jesus Christ on a cross he made, and put it up on the beach where they were all relaxing. Another cowboy was also sure to rip off the jaw of the hanging cowboy so that he was hanging with his tongue out. They all stood around the cross laughing at the corpse and making out with the woman they took. That's basically how the vacation went for the most part for them. SpongeBob and Coconut Fred were busy hanging out with their new son Coconut Bob, playing on the beaches and such. Freddy Freaker was sitting at the bar drinking as many margaritas as he could down, while talking to the bartender about his twisted past. Over time, the bartender slowly stopped checking on Freddy, even though the man had been tending the bar for 25 years. He had never heard of such a morbid man. I then sat down next to Freddy, and the bartender whispered to me, "Probably shouldn't sit there. Guy's a freak." Looked at Freddy standing in the Sam T pose, dancing while the sun set in front of him, making him look like a silhouette on the beach. He had also brought a boombox that was playing the Freddy Freaker song. Ness decided to... But I thought Ness died. What the fuck? Ness decided to make a tree fort so that he could hide from us the whole time. I don't know what he did in there, but let's just say when he left the fort, he had somehow acquired the head of a woman with her jaw unhinged and full of white cream. A white cream. Homer was busy climbing a volcano for some reason. I was sitting in the sand, watching everything happen. I was thinking about what powers I could possibly use and all that. A few days had gone by now. Homer had teleported in front of me and said, Hey, we should probably get out of here. Homer was visibly worried. Homer, what's wrong? I asked him. I tried opening a portal to Undertale. It worked, but it worked too well. Homer screamed back, Sans and Papyrus are coming for me. They're bringing their new girlfriends, Marge and Bart. But Bart's a boy. Oh shit, really? I yelled back. We gotta get out of here. Then called for everyone to gather around us and no. And that we were leaving. Can I take Sarah? Ness said, holding up a crusty rotting head. Sure, Ness, I replied. Once everyone's gathered around, I opened a portal and we all left. Hopefully Sans and Papyrus don't know how to follow us. I made a mistake. I was still new to using my powers after all. I accidentally sent us all into the RV. That's okay, I thought. It's still somewhere we're familiar with. It should be close to the Ram refugee camp. Then I noticed that the RV was moving, though. We all ran to the front seat was driving. It was none other than Sans and Papyrus in the set passenger seat. Did you miss us? Papyrus said to Homer. You're ready for a bad time, Homer, Sans said. Bart and Marge then grabbed Homer, and 36 Hellboys and the rest of us all jumped onto Bart and Marge onto Bart and Marge, and were able to help Homer, but Sans had a plan. His eyes started flashing yellow and blue, and he was charging up so attacks. Just then, however, Ness whipped out his flashing blue and yellow dick, and Sans and Ness had an epic sword fight. You fight pretty good for me from the past, Sans said to Ness. What are you talking about, retard? I'm you from the future, Ness said to Sans. What? Sans said in shock. This shock threw Sans off so bad that Ness was able to get a good blow onto Sans' head, knocking him out. But he's a skeleton. He has no brains to be knocked out with. Papyrus then surrendered as he is a big, huge pussy. He offered us spaghetti. He offered us spaghetti, but we all declined. We brought Papyrus, Bart, Marge, and Sans upstairs and tied them up. Tied them all up on beds. Great. We're gonna get to the bottom of this, even if it means going to Undertale. No, please. Why is there another chapter? Why the fuck is there another chapter? Fuck! Bart's in Undertale, Chapter 13. When Sans, Papyrus, Marge, and Bart finally woke up from their beds, we started the interrogation process. We asked them how they got in the RV, how they got through Homer's portal, and why they turned Bart into a sissy trap boy. Those nasty skeletons wouldn't fess up, and I knew it wasn't going to be this easy. After clearing out my poopy diaper for the third time today, I decided I had a plan. We were going to have to go to Undertale ourselves and make sure that Sans and Papyrus stay there for good. Opened up my own portal to Undertale and stepped in. It's a cold place, constantly filled with black from the night sky. When we stepped through the portal, we all turned up into pixel art characters. Fuck, I can't read like this. To better fit in with the world, or dimension, I should say. For Undertale wasn't far off land. It was even in the underworld. It was another dimension entirely. It was so cold in Undertale. No wonder Sans had to wear a jacket all the time. Speaking of Sans, we had Sans and Papyrus tied up with lead. Minecraft style. Oh, with a lead. Okay. With a lead, Minecraft style. We dragged them back into Undertale. After we were in the town, we didn't really know where to go. We first decided to investigate Sans' room for some answers as to what their plan with us was. When Ness went into Sans' room, he noted that how he hadn't been in here for a while and started looking up the pictures of him and his friends. Just then I got an idea. If it is true that Ness is Sans from the future, then we can't kill him. If we kill Sans, Ness will also die. So instead of, I asked Homer to do me a favor. Homer cursed Sans and sent him into the time void. This is with Chris Shan now, Homer said, stuck in the time void. What are you talking about? I asked. Remember when Sonichu fans got angry that Chris inserted himself too much, so he decided to add a plot where he got stuck in the time void. Now Sans is also there in the same time void as Chris. It must be hell having talked to Chris for infinity. But he'll get out eventually. Actually, we know when he gets out. He gets out in the RV already, remember? Replied Homer. Well, Homer, you're quite the Chris historian, I replied, grateful that we had a man so well-versed in the Chris story on our side. Christery. So now that Sans was in the time void, there was only one other thing to do. We had to figure out what to do with Papyrus. We could probably kill him, actually, since he hasn't appeared again since now. So we brought Papyrus out to the river and dunked his head under the water until we saw the bubbles stop, and he stopped kicking. Papyrus was deader than dead. He was the deadest. Yes. Great, now that's all settled. Undertale should probably never bother never bother us again. Just then, though, the kid came out of nowhere. The player. They appeared with a knife. Oh shit, they must be on a massacre run. I screamed as they ran at me with a knife. I started running as the intense Undertale music played in the background. You know the one. We almost made it out alive, but the player managed to catch up to Freddy Freaker and stab on the back. Freddy T-posed to the ground and started screaming. Neil screamed and started moving back to help him, but he said to go. It's about time I paid for what I did. It took 17 years, but the karma finally caught up with me. Go on without me, friends. Run for your lives! Oh, don't mind that. That's fine. Noah started running again, and Freddy started sacrificing himself. It's the freak phone, and he's here. And here's the party freak, Freddy Freaker. Freddy jumped up back onto his feet with the person still holding the knife in his bag. He continued singing the song as he spun around. 1-900-490 freak. And he said as his body slammed the child after crushing the player, accepted his fate and fell to the ground and fell forever. However, before getting in one last T-pose dance as he fell from grace, Freddy was gone. No! Freddy! I think that has to be the single greatest sacrifice in history.